Flosstube. Good morning, it's Helen D. It is Tuesday, October 1st. I don't know where September even went. It's already October and I'm already making plans for like through the end of the year, which is just unbelievable to me. So hope you guys are having a good day and your week is off to a good start. I have a whole bunch of stuff today to show and to share, but I had to start with, and I'm thinking of you for everyone who was affected by Hurricane Helene. Seeing the video and the images come in from that hurricane, the flooding, the damage has just been incredible. And I know we have a family member in St. Petersburg that had flooding. Like, I know a lot of us know someone, are related to someone, are friends with someone who's going through that. So I hope that the cleanup is quick, people's power comes back on, that it comes back on safely. Like, seeing, I didn't even think that, you know, if you leave your house, you should turn your power off, because when the power comes back on, if there's water under it, that's not, we're not in a flooding area, so that's not something I even think about. So to everyone there, I hope you're safe. We will move on to the normal stuff. It's been busy. It's been busy here. In addition to like stitching in school and stuff like that, it's the end of garden season. And our garden, like I've said, is teeny tiny, but we also do a lot of preserving and stuff that we don't grow. So this past weekend, we did applesauce. It turned out pink this year, so we have pink applesauce, but it still tasted good. And I did the last batch of the roasted tomato sauce. I was waiting for the last of our small tomatoes to ripen up. I did one last batch. We're good to go. So all we should have left is salsa, and we do our salsa typically in November. We have all the bags frozen. I have 12-gallon bags frozen. That's 2 full days. I've said before, my husband eats salsa like a toddler eats ketchup. So we make more salsa than probably most people would eat in a lifetime every year, and it gets eaten. So that's my November plans. And I've also been getting ready for Stitch New England, which I can't believe is now like 2 weeks away. I'm not ready, but I've started. I have a couple more things I want to put together. I have to decide when I'm bringing, that kind of stuff, right? You guys get it. So what do I have today? 2 fully finishes that I'm really excited about. My whip pile is much smaller this week because 2 of the things are now fully finished. I feel like September I kind of touched, oh, and I apologize. I'm a fall allergy girl, and I should have taken a pill this morning, but I didn't, and I'm all snotty, so I'll try not to sniff all over you. I worked really hard on a few projects to try and get them done, and 2 of them are done. Let's start with the big one. I finished Monster House from Satsuma Street. This was the stitch along. It started in July, I believe. There were 5 parts. I kept up. I'm shocked because this was a big one. I think I asked my friend Tina because she had it, she used it in Pattern Keeper, and I don't remember how many stitches she told me. 20,000? A lot. It was a lot. So I stitched mine on 14 count Mirage from Picture This Plus. And I don't, there it is. I'll bring it in closer in a minute, but there's the full thing. This is a 12 by 18 frame. Now, I made like 2 changes. I decided to add some bats. I was thinking, because I had already ordered this frame before this part kind of came out, this section, I had a choice of a 12 by 18 or an 11 by 17. And the 11 by 17 would have been a little snug, and the 12 by 18 would have left a little more breathing room, so I went with the one with more breathing room. But I didn't want there to be all this empty space up here. So I was thinking bats. And then a few people on the Facebook group put bats in it, and I was like, great, now that I've seen it, I definitely want to put bats. So I put some little bats in. And then the only other change I made, this little monster guy, he was charted in the dark gray, but the dark gray on my dark fabric just doesn't show the same. So I changed him to a blue. So the frame, I got from Art to Frame, and I ordered it on like a Thursday and it came on a Sunday. I ordered 2 frames. Price-wise, I think I ordered 2 frames, this big one and a 9x9 with shipping. I think it was like $54 for both frames, and they were here within 4 days. I was shocked. So I got the frame with no glass. Like there's a bunch of options when you order. I got no glass, and then for the backing, this is just mat board that I cut. For the backing, it normally comes with like a cardboard, but you could select the acid-free foam core as a backing for like an extra $1. Yes, please. You can cut that for me. I had to then cut about a 1/4 inch off each side, and then I used that to actually pin my piece. And I had never ordered from Art to Frame before, but these things were already in it. So if you don't have, and in both, not like they just did it on this big one. If you don't have a point driver, the points are already in it, and they're the bendable ones. So just a couple things to keep in mind. There we go. One last look. I loved it. So glad I kept up. I don't know if I'm going to hang it up here. I need to see up here if I have... I know that picture that I rotate out for the seasons is held on with 2 nails. If there's a nail hole in the middle already, I might hang this on it because this isn't wide enough to hit the 2. We'll see. So that's number 1. The second one was from this piece of gorgeousness that you guys know I'm in love with, Cross Stitch in the Forest from Max Pigeon. I stitched Autumn Drizzle. Last video, I think I had mentioned that I was going to kind of push it to see if I could get it done so I could set it out, and I did. When I focused on it, it came right together. So I wanted to finish mine as close to this as I could. I love that frame. I found a frame from 3 Inches Hand Embroidery on Etsy, although they also have just a regular shop I've seen since. And it's all done. So this is a 7-inch embroidery hoop. They have 2 different styles. One of them is for a hoop finish. So on the back, mine's all closed up. It has a notch for the notch part of your hoop. This one, you just finish it as a circle and then pop it in and screw it closed. So this is the embroidery frame. A 7-inch frame because the piece finished at just about 6 inches. And I wanted to make sure I had a little breathing room. And I love it. I'll link that shop below. So this piece, this does not happen much in my house. I brought it in to my husband. He was in the office just to see if he thought it looked straight in the frame because there's a line right here that I was trying to get straight. And you know, I'm like, does this look straight? And he was like, oh, that looks nice. Almost fell over. Then it was on my desk and I was picking up, but I had it looking so I could see it just to really see if that line was straight. And my son was getting out of the shower and he walked by and he was like, wow, that really looks nice. Two compliments. So that piece is done. I do want to do this book. I want to finish one and start one. But I think I'm going to hold off until December because I have a few other projects I want to really get done. But the next one I'm going to do is this bear, who fits in a 5x7 frame on a 14 count. Autumn Drizzle is on a 28 count antique white Lugana. So that's next for me out of that book. So that is my 2 FFOs. And my 2 FOs, my finished objects. The only other finished thing is I had 1 secret stitch that I was working on that I got done and fully finished actually. I need to get that in the mail. And so that leaves me with 2 more secret stitches for the season. One of them is underway. So I thought if I get 1 done in November and 1 done at the beginning of December, or 1 in October, 1 in November, I'll be golden. And I want to make a few ornaments. I haven't really made a lot of ornaments. So, all right, what else? Works in progress. Now that I've finished Monster House, I'm like, okay, What else can I get done? So the next one that I think I will get done is Autumn Shores. This is another Pigeon Coop Designs. This one that was not in the book. It was a standalone. It's available on Max's website or on his Etsy. I got the PDF. It's seen better days. I am almost. I'm on the clouds. So I have to finish. There's a little more of this grayish blue, and then the clouds, and some lighter green up here. Since you've seen it last, I don't remember. I filled it in here. I don't remember where I was, but this is where I am. So, not that much. And this one will be done. This will fit in an 8x10. I'm trying to decide how I want to frame it. If I want to just put it in an 8x10, or if I want to wait for a sale at Michael's and actually get a couple mats that are like the exact same color. I don't put mats on a lot of stuff, but that one might be one I leave out, so it might look nice to be kind of fancy. So we'll see. Oh, I forgot one. I forgot Autumn Snapperland. It's in the car. I've been working on Autumn Snapperland. Is it in the car? Yeah, it is. Sorry, and I can't edit today because John's up in there. I'm working on Autumn Snapperland from Bent Creek. I may have a picture on my Instagram while I talk to you. Stitchy Linda, finally our farm girl in Stitchy Linda, started this as a stitch along. I'm woefully behind. Linda's done. Other people were doing it with her. They're done. I'm not done. Here's what I posted, and I don't know if I've worked on it since then. So this is, it's 4 little sections and then a border. I'm on section 2. And that's where I'm at. I just like to get this one done during autumn. That's my goal on that one, which seems doable. And again, now that Monster House is done and Autumn Drizzle is done, it can get a little more time. So I'm working on that one. I'm stitching that one on a 16 count Heritage, which is like a greenish brown, with most of the called for colors, but I did swap some out just because I didn't have them. So then I started on the first day of autumn, which was another super busy weekend, so it hasn't gotten much love. I started Fall Tier from Erin Elizabeth. I started this with Redheaded Stitcher. We're doing a Erin Elizabeth Autumn sal, so it's any of Erin's autumn charts. She's done. Fully finished on this cute wooden tree. It looks super cute. I am not done. I ended up going with 28 count light taupe Lugana because the whites show really well on that. And that's where I'm at. So I can do, currently where it's in the Q-snap, I can do the top 2 tiers, and then I will move it and do the bottom tier and the underneath. And I will probably finish mine as a stand-up. That's what I've been doing with them. All DMC, I'm using everything called for. Again, I'd like to finish it in autumn. So I worked on that. And then the only other one that's seen some love since I saw you 2 weeks ago is I did just the tiniest bit on the dinosaur piece, which I printed out the cover sheet and promptly left it upstairs. That's where it is. This is Una Buena Pieza, and I think I had this and this first fish, and I got done like these guys and this guy. So just a little, if I make a little progress, it will come together. So that's that one. I had another piece of haul up there that I might show you next time too, because I printed it and didn't bring it down. I film on a camcorder camera, so I can't pause. There's no pause. It's either stop and edit or just keep swimming. So that's what we do. All right. Let me tell you my plans before we get into all the other stuff. So like I said, I've kind of been thinking about what I want to do October, November, December. And I think I will have a focus piece each month that I want to get some progress on. I don't think October and November's will get done. But if I can get a lot of work on them, then hopefully I can get them done next year. So I'll have a focus project, and then I have a few other kind of seasonal things or secret stitches or gifts that I need to kind of work in. But the focus project will just be like, let's get as much done as possible. So for October, it's going to be Witch's Hollow, whichever one you want to call it. This is now out. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery, and it is on their website as both the printed as well as now the PDF. It took them a bit to get the PDF. So Laura from Stitching by the Shore had reached out to ask my opinion on paper versus PDF, because she's just started kind of doing Pattern Keeper, and she knew I'd been working on this one on paper because that's what came in the box. So she decided to hold off and get the PDF. And I said, great, when you get the PDF, can you let me know if it works easily in Pattern Keeper? Because sometimes I have a hard time with their charts in Pattern Keeper, but they're older charts, and I think they're formatting them differently now. Like I bought Tonight We Ride, the one with the witches, and that one went in no problem. So she messaged me a couple days ago, yesterday even, and she said, I just put it in, worked great. So I decided, even though I have this in the paper copy, I bought the PDF so that I could put it in Pattern Keeper, because I just think it will make my life easier. It's on 4 pages, there's overlaps everywhere. This whole top is full coverage. I bought the PDF. It went in no problem. The only thing that doesn't go in, I've noticed on Pattern Keeper, is backstitch, but this one, the only real backstitch is windows. So I'll just go in manually and look at that. So here's my starting point. I haven't put any stitches on it since I showed you last. So I went in Pattern Keeper yesterday and I highlighted everything I'd stitched, and I'm at 25%. This is 14 count Pumpkin King from Atomic Range. So hopefully, as the month of October goes on, you'll see some more work on that. Like I said, just to keep it moving. And Emmy didn't barf on my bag this go round, so that was nice. Okay, moving on to this pile. I had a few Stitchy Kindnesses come in, and there's been a little purchasing, and then I have a couple things, kind of extra things to talk about. So let's do Stitchy Kindness and purchases. One of them's a little crinkly. Terry, who sends me stuff, she's so generous. She's always, when she cleans stuff out, she sends it my way. And then I share it amongst my local Stitchy group. She sent me a big box with a whole bunch of goodies in it. So I still need to kind of go through that. I've looked through it once, and then that was this weekend when we were doing 100 things, and randomly bought new furniture because it was on a tent sale. And we've been looking, but we're short people in this house. So finding something that's comfortable cannot always be the easiest, but they had a couch and they had a new recliner, like a rocker recliner, and I've needed a new Stitchy chair for a long time. So we bought a couch and a chair, and then had to deal with getting them in the house and finding a space for them. We decided, when we looked for the chair, for the couch, we have a room above our garage. We always called it the playroom, because when we moved here, my son was 2, so it was the playroom. That's our living room. That's where we watch movies and TV, like that's the room. The downstairs room had a TV in it. We couldn't even think about the last time we turned that TV on. Like, we don't use it. So we thought it might be nice if we got rid of that and got a second couch. So that's what we did. So now we're calling it the sitting room, and it's very formal, the sitting room. So that's what we've been dealing with. So I have to go through my box from Terry. Chelsea also sent me a box, a huge box. 3 envelopes actually, because she didn't have a box. So it got shipped in 3 different things. A whole bunch of stuff that again, I'm gonna share with my ladies. They don't know yet and they're gonna be so excited, Chelsea, because I haven't told them anything about that box. But I did pull out a couple things for me. There's probably a couple more things I will keep, but she had some bags in there. Look at this beautiful bag. It's just very soft and feminine and big. I like a big bag. So I have that, and this would be the perfect project for said bag. It's Blossom Collector from Nora Corbett, and she had the bead pack, the Krynic, and the skein of water lilies. So that one's like pull the DMC and you're good to go. So thank you, Chelsea, for everything in those. This, I think I had mentioned, Donna had thrown this in one of her orders for Needlework Marketplace, my sister, because I had already done my order, and she's like, oh, I'll just throw it in mine. So she did. So this is Vintage Ornaments Set 1, which means there will be more, from Cherry Blossoms. This was that newer designer I've shown you. I do know that Carla at Cobweb Corner got some of these. So if you like it and you can't find it, Carla has some. So these are small. They're the deer, they average about 40 by 40. I think on the right size fabric, they will fit in those mini white tart tins from the Fat Quarter Shop. It says on a 16 count or a 32, they come out to 2.5 by 2.5. So I need to do a little measuring, and they're stitched on Juniper by Fabrics by Stephanie. So it's like a bluey green. So I have that. Then, Garand Stitchery had a retreat, like 2 weekends, I think, in Alabama. And I saw a bunch of posts of people that went. It looked like everyone had a great time. They had some exclusive designs that were for sale at the retreat. And I saw one and I loved it. And I reached out, to the stitcher and I said, was that an exclusive? She said, yep. And I said, oh, I'll keep an eye out. I'm sure, within a year. Nope, it's available now on the Garand website. It's an exclusive to Garand Stitchery. It's from Little Robin Designs and it's called Wilding Hill Manor. And it was kind of hard to get out of this package, so I'll do my best. Do you know what sold this for me? This little tiny Loch Ness monster. So that is just gorgeous. So I bought that. So when I was on his website and I just typed in the search bar exclusive, and like 6 things came up, and they were all kind of Halloween charts from this retreat. You guys, this one is worth taking. This one is easier. That one's one of those where you have to kind of pull the sticky part. Okay, this is a chart from Erica Michaels. This is like 7 charts in one. It's called A Frightful Assembly. So this was $20. There is so much in here. There is the full chart. You can stitch them all as smalls, and I'm pretty sure there's a separate grid for that. Yes, there's a separate grid because, right, it's just a little bit different than the whole thing. You can see it has a different kind of fence. And some of them are berries. Now, I say some of them because when I ordered it, I thought 3 of them were berries. Nope. All 7 of these. I say 7, there's 8 squares, but this one just says A Frightful Assembly. All 7 of these are in here charted as berries. I mean, this is like, there's a lot to this. I can't wait. I'm tempted to start one now. My friend Kat got these too, and we were both like, I couldn't believe all of them were in there. So if you're interested in either of those, they're at Garand Stitchery. Just in the search bar, type exclusive, and the different ones will come up. There was also a Fox and Rabbit, a Summer House Stitch Works, like there was a few. The other thing seems I was there. Ronnie sews bags and grime guards, and I really needed an 8x8 grime guard. I could sew my own, but he had one already. And I was ordering anyway, so it's got like fallish leaves and moths on it. So I got a grime guard. I've had people ask me about my grime guards. I made a bunch. I made like 5 years ago. And I just searched grime guard tutorial and found like a written tutorial with the measurements. I could do them again. I don't think I have any elastic. Like it was easier to just order one. So I did. Oh, and then the last thing I bought, this is from the 805 Stitcher, Tara. I love a good turkey stitch, and I like to always have one going that I work on in Thanksgiving. And this will be my November focus project. I'm doing Turkey Day from Cottage Garden. It needed its own turkey bag. So this is a Teresa Kogut fabric. And I was looking at the fabrics, be easier on the back, to see about making a bag myself. And then this one was already made. And again, great. So it's got these really pretty sunflowers and the turkeys. So this is now my official turkey bag. So when I finish one turkey stitch, the next one can go in. So that's what I purchased. So 2 things I wanted to mention that you might be interested in. Oh wait, there's more. There's one more. There's the one I printed out upstairs, and this one I haven't printed yet. This is from Stitchy Princess on Etsy. She has released a few like perforated paper stitches, but you can totally stitch them on fabric. I did her bunnies in the spring and made them little stand-ups, and she just put out this woodland witch. And it's the witch and the cauldron. So I picked this up. I need to print it out when I'm at the library the next time. I think I'm going to do it on fabric as a stand-up, though the witch itself on fabric would completely fit on one of those spools, if anyone's interested. So I did pick that up. I'd forgotten that I had that picture to show you. So the other thing, whoops. Scarlet Sky Designs on Etsy. They put out a box. They have a few they do throughout the year. They put out a mystery box. And the thing I really like about their method of doing it, she'll show you the chart or tell you the chart so that you might already have the chart, but they make a finishing board and like accessories and stuff that match. But if you already have the chart, you have the option of getting the whole kit or everything except the chart and the floss, like if you already have it. So she has a new one coming out. It's Monster Mash, and I think it's still for sale. I didn't know if it said when it was gonna ship. Soon, right? It will ship soon. So it's 2 options. There's a full box option, which is $75 and that includes shipping. The no pattern, no floss is $68. The chart for this one, oh, I had it. The chart is from Barbie of Pedal Pusher. That's really glared. So it's like her Troublemakers, and it's cats in the cemetery. And the board, I know it's really reflective, is the Binks board. So it has a cat. So the box will have the chart and the board, the floss, and then like floss drops, a needle minder, like some extra goodies. And it's all listed out underneath, like kind of what's in the box. So just in case that's something you were interested in, they are still available. I will link it. So the other thing is I got sent a copy of the Cross Stitchers Planner for 2025, and you might have already seen, I know she sent this out to quite a few people to show. She did it last year too. So this is by Lori Sykes of My Crazy Life on Etsy, and this is a nice big spiral bound. I have a hard time. I'm not a planner. I just don't do it. I might try. We'll see how far I get. But it has for every month, like Nice big layout if you want to plan what you're doing. The thing I think is really different about this one is in the back. Like it has whips, new starts, plans, like lots of pages. So you can have lots of new starts, which is nice. It has a few charts in here. It has at the end of every month a section for notes, sales, challenges, finishes, but there's a whole section in here on retreats, and they're kind of, you can put a bunch of your information in there, like your hotel and all that, so you don't forget, like if you, because you know, we make reservations and stuff so early. So you've got all this room for planning. You've got, hey, week of, here's what I need to do. This is what I should be filling out right now for Stitch New England. Then there's a whole thing on here. There's packing, but this is the page I like the best. This is the Stitchy Kindness page. So you can say what you made for your Smalls Exchange and who you got your Smalls Exchange from. You know, what you did for table make gifts if you do them. And then there's like a little thing here if you want to remember kind of who passed on different things, different little Stitchy Kindnesses. So I think it's really cool. If you're a planner, this one might be really worth it for you. I'm gonna do my best. No promises. So that is available on her website, on her Etsy shop. It's also available from Colorado Cross Stitcher here in the US, Patchwork Rabbit in the UK, and Evertote in Canada. So you have some options if that's one that you're interested in. So thank you, Lori. No promises, but I'll do my best. Yeah, I already talked about plans. Just some giveaways. So we had from last time, I put them in the wrong order. We have a last call, Kathy Burch for Witch Hazel. We had number 1, Lady Halloween, Cindy Richards. This is Jardin Privé. This was donated by Carla at Cobweb Corner. That one and this one, Needle and Flax, Teresa Kogut, Debbie Martin. And then I had some from Haystack Stitching in the UK. Sarah Chittleberg is the name of this sampler, and it's going to Terry Gillies. And Liberty is Jensine Johnson. So I will have in the description box a little section right at the top that says people who need to contact me. And if your name is in there, it's because you won one of the giveaways. So my email is there. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you won and your address. So for this time around, we have a couple, as always, from Carla at Cobweb Corner. I always link her channel below, her Flosstube, her website. She is getting ready to go to the farm. She does a lot of help at the farm for some friends. So she'll have all her closing dates and all that information on her website. So thank you, Carla. We had a chance to talk last week. We had some catching up to do, so that was nice. So you have to be over 18 so you can legally give me your address. Please don't use giveaway, feel free to like the video, but don't say giveaway, win, prize, that kind of stuff, because the trolls. And just leave the numerical number, and I use the comment picker. So number 1, So Happy from All Through the Night. This one's from Carla. And then we will do number 2, a $10 Cobweb Corner gift card. So you can pick whatever you like. And then numbers 3 and 4 are 2 more from Haystack Stitching. I'll link her website below. She sent these over. She was in the US for a trip and a wedding, so she sent some things out. I'll ship these anywhere. Number 3, patriotic pins. And a lot of these are available as PDFs on her website. And number 4 is Blossom. So thank you, Caroline, for those. And that's it. That's it. I'll be back next week with something. I don't know yet. Come up with something. Maybe that Christmas book, flip through. And I'm just gonna keep on stitching away, see what I can get through, make a dent on in October, and I will see you again before the retreat, I believe. If today's the 1st, yeah, I'll see you again before the retreat. So I'll talk to you guys then. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.